What's up YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be installing fog lights. Right, these are the fog lights that I got from my Gt500 conversion kit. However, there was no mount. Today we're going to be making mounts to fit these nice fog lights. These are our fog lights that we're going to be installing today. Again, yeah, there was no mount, but we're going to cut some things and get it to work. So I went to the hardware store and we got a bunch of goodies. Here we got some screws. I went ahead and freaking took the screws that came with it, took them out, and then thread them into the little screw thing that they had and found the right thread count. So these will be fit in nicely with that. Then I got a few pieces of metal here just because I wasn't sure what was gonna work. Cut these in half, drill some holes that match the distance of our fog lights, and then hopefully this is gonna be our bracket that works. That's the goal. All right, here we got the bumper. First things first is we gotta take the bumper off to get the fog lights in. So let's get to that. I don't have any tools. Alright, so now that the bumper is out, it's time to start cutting our brackets. We're going to be using this doohickey right here to go ahead and cut them. I'm going to go ahead and cut a few of them because I'm not actually sure which ones are going to work. And then we're going to drill our holes, and then once our holes are drilled, go ahead and mock it up, make sure that actually works, and then we'll actually go ahead and put it on the bumper. Holes are drilled, time to test fit it with our new screws, and just to make sure that the holes that I did drill even line up. I'm hoping they do, because it was a little bit, it was harder than I thought it was gonna be, so far looking good. I lost my screw. Right, where'd he go? Like my concern is like maybe this side's like, there's too much over here, and so I have to like cut a portion of the side out. In hindsight, that's not really a big issue. I got it, look at that. She ain't pretty by any means, but it works. So now I've got 2 brackets, and I've got, well, I gotta get 4 screws. And then we can start to go ahead and mounting them up into the bumper. We're gonna slide through here on our bracket that we made and start threading it in on the actual fog light. Here to here. And then I'm just gonna tighten these up, and that one's done. Hopefully this thing doesn't fall. Now that we got installed the bumper, time to install the bumper back on the car. I'm really hoping that the connections that I have actually work with these fog lights. If they don't, then that's very disappointing. Yeah, they look like they do. They might. They work and they kind of don't work. We had to do some finagling and making sure that they were connected the right way. And I also ended up having to remove these rubber grommets just to make sure that they were in all the way. Otherwise, they weren't getting a good connection. If you look here, so you can see how they're connected, but they're not quite all the way in. They work, but they don't necessarily want to work. And I don't know how I feel about having to remove that rubber grommet in order to get it to actually seat far enough in. Probably end up wrapping this with some sort of waterproofing or electrical tape or something like that, just to give me that peace of mind. But yeah, it works. It just kind of works, barely works, but it does work. All right, and just like that, as Kev finishes up tightening the last few bolts, we're done. Unfortunately, it took me about an hour to do, longer than I expected. And drilling those holes was a little bit more difficult than I wanted it to be, or that I anticipated it to be. Not an issue, got it done, got lined up. It wasn't pretty, but I think the end result of how the lights look makes up for it. But that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like. Subscribe if you want to. It's completely free and you can always change your mind later. Kev, do you have anything to say? Any closing thoughts?
Yeah, let me talk to your banker.
Oh my gosh. All right, we'll see you in the next one.